Right. Alright, so you're almost done. What's going on, YouTube? My name is Diesel, and today we're back in Car Mechanics Simulator 2018, man. Sorry for the lack of videos yesterday. My Windows updated, and it took me like an hour and a half. It messed up all my recording settings and the time that I had. By the time everything was ready to go, I had to get ready for work. Boo. But today's a brand new day, and a new update has given us two new things. The car salon is active, and the racetrack is active. Are they fantastic? I'll show you, and you can be the judge. And I'll give you my little input. But you know, let's not worry about some of the things that have been added to the game. Let's talk about some of the things that I've added to the game, which I'll not the old right now. But modded cars are finally here. Fantastic. Boom. It's a Nissan C110 2000 GTR. Technically, it is a Skyline. It says 72 or 73? 72, 73? Nissan Datsun C110 2000 Skyline. And I'll tell you what, man, it looks real nice. You can take off the parts. You can do anything and everything that you want. The only problem is that since these parts aren't in the game, it's kind of hard to try and assemble them. If you find one in the junkyard, which you can. I found them in the junkyard. Also, I bought this one at the auction house because you can't get parts for them. So say like you have a bad panel, like the engine and all the components inside, the guts of it all, that's no problem. But since the models haven't been added to the game, let's see, 110, nothing. If I said Nissan, no bueno. Or even Datsun. Nothing. So the only place that you can really get one where you can just take a look at it and scope it out is if you there we go. Is if you get one in the auction house. But than that, it looks excellent. The floor panel, like the paneling when you're trying to work on stuff, is kind of weird because it kind of clips to the bottom there. It's not a finished product yet, but it is mostly done, and it's pretty to look at. It sure is pretty, folks. You know, it show is pretty, and you can paint it. Let's go ahead and we'll move it over to the paint shop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Oh, it's pretty. Now, it does come with some liveries, but you can paint the paint as paint the paint. We can paint the paint. The paint is real. Let's bring up the brightness. We're gonna make it white. Why does it gotta be white, Diesel? I'll show you in a second. Just goes a little better. Nice. Oh, that's sweet, man. We got a little shark action going there. I like that. I like it a lot. It's nice. And template. And hey, look, there might be actually a template where you can actually make your own liveries, and have yourself a good time. Let's go ahead and just go with Datsun Racing. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going hide. Going hide in the paint. Get it? Because I'm in the paint shop. You guys are smart class. That's pretty baller, man. I like that. Danger, ejection sheet. Ejection sheet? Ejection sheet. That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass, man. It's pretty bad ace. Like Gollywog. Gollywog is the creator of this. I'll put a link to the Steam modded work page so that you can kind of judge for yourself and see what you gotta do. I'm not gonna put the direct link on where to download this. You can just read it up for yourself. Take a look, see at it, and decide whether or not you want to add this to your game. You could possibly crash your game. So that's the reason why it's good to get a little bit of info first before you go ahead and start downloading mods, because I mean they do, as you can see, they can be added, but there are a couple issues. What kind of issues? I'll show you that in a second. But the second car that I have here, it's another Nissan Skyline. It's beautiful. Nissan Silvia S13 K's edition. Doesn't have a thumbnail on it. And I'm surprised that you can't touch the panels here. But if you go and you touch this, then you can actually activate it and then start moving panels around. If it so moves you. Hold on here. I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out, man. Assemble mode? I don't want assemble mode, I want normal mode. Yeah, so right now, like the panels, I'm having a hard time trying to get after it. But the trunk, lights, camera action, this is the bumper. Let's go ahead and we'll see if I want to move this. I gotta pick the tire, and then I'll move it. And then I shall move it. Let's lift you up. Let's go ahead. Yes. Let's get rid of all the rust. Get rid of all the rust, guys. It's gonna be super sweet. It's gonna be like super awesome. Boom. Boom. Alright. So now you're pretty. But I even like how the headlights are a little blacked out. I like it. Got some tin lights, man. It's pretty sweet. Steering wheel on both these cars is on the right hand side. So that's a little different as well. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it's lowered. The exhaust always seems to like clip through something, or it's like too low or whatever. But there are a few issues when it comes to this particular mod, because it's not quite 100%. Drive shaft's not connected, and that's because you gotta get it lowered and just trying to make it look aesthetically pleasing. But there are parts that are missing. And this is Smash Mouth 13. Smash Mouth. He's the one who made this mod. It's pretty fantastic, except for one thing. I shall show you in a second. Let's see. Cast status. Let's move you. I want to move you. Ow. Hey, man. Let's see what they got. See what they got going on here. Oh, no liveries. So it's just straight, flat out a good time. Let's say we'll go chameleon style. I've already done kind of a pinkish. Just do a little bit of a blue. A blue hue. A little turquoise, maybe. There we go. Paint you up. Paint you up, Buttercup. A little purple action going on here as well. Same thing applies as this, is that if you want to try and move any of these parts around, good luck, because these parts are also not in the shaft. Let me just see what setting that's on. 196, 9500. I like that. Just gonna write that down. 95. 100. I like it. It's pretty. It's nice, you know? It's like super duper nice, guys. But they're gorgeous. They're pretty. They even have like the little the roll cage. Just got a cage inside there. Right hand side, also right hand side for the racing. Aesthetically pleasing. Function wise, though, you can replace the parts in it and repair them. These can pop up in your work orders. I've altered this one because I've had to add it in the config files, because he just has it in the shed and in the junkyard that you can find it. But if you find this in the junkyard, there's no panels that you can buy. You can't buy the body kits. Pieces aren't in the shop. So I'm like, what do you want to do? So I added it to the auction shop, the auction block, so you can purchase it on the auction block. So I had to change that around in the config file. But the real kind of crapper is that you can't really drive it. So let me show you. Let's just go to the test track. I'll show you the racetrack in a second. Let's try the Nissan C110 and just brace yourself for what's about to happen to your ears. Headphone warning. Good Lord. Shake, 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 shake that booty, girl. Shake that booty, girl. You can't drive it. It does this. Even on the car, the new car. Like, my hands aren't on the wheel right now. I'm not moving anything. This is all This is all this car just straight up doing this. So it needs a little work. That's what you're saying, Diesel. Yes. Yes, it does. It's, like I hopped in. I was like, oh man, this looks badass. I just painted it up. It looks super pretty. And then I go take it over to the test path. And I'm just like, not the test path, the test drive. And it's no good. Now, that's that one. I'm not going to do the other Skyline because what happens is if you load the other Skyline onto the, well, at least, oh, and then this is a problem too. And it's because I have a feeling that like these panels don't technically exist. This paint job's fine. But then here it's like, nah. Can't touch that. Can't touch this. Boom. But anything that you can touch is pretty, you know, you can change it up and paint it up and that stays fine. But side panels on the roof, it's no bueno. But if I try to load this into the test drive, it'll actually just freeze the game. And then I loaded this into the racetrack, and it'll pop in there, but you can't steer it, like it doesn't drive. I tried. So I'm keeping it, just in case it gets updated, so that I can have it from my records. And same thing with this. I'm gonna keep this joint right here too. There's a Gollywog and Smash Mouth. There's another one that's a Subaru, I believe Subaru Impreza that someone's working on that's still in testing right now. So we got that going on. But let's show the new update. I'll tell you what. Let me go grab a cat quick. Let's go grab a cat from the shop. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be like super duper nice, guys. We're gonna drive a car around. It's gonna be like super pretty. We're gonna have a good time. Just gotta pick one. Just one. He's gonna do one. One more. He's gonna do one. All right. What's more of a race car? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab you. We'll grab our RX-7. We'll leave the garage. And we'll go test out the new car salon. Not test it out. Show you what it's like. Car salon and the racetrack have been added. And I'll give you my thoughts and my opinions. And we'll see what's up. Buttercup. Beep, beep. You're pretty. So, car salon is active, and so is the racetrack. I'll check out the car salon first, and we'll see what that has going on for us. And here's what I don't understand about this. So, the car salon, here we are. It's a car dealership. I don't know what the plans are for this. I don't work for Playway and or Red Dot. But I don't understand why you have a car dealership in a game that's Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Like, the whole point of this is to go into a junkyard and find junkers and then clean them up and make them look all nice and purty like, you know what I mean? So why do I want to buy a whole brand new one? You know? And if I want to buy a whole brand new one, let's check the price of this. $182,962. Excuse me? What? Huh? I will pass. You can find one on the auction house. It'll be like 50 grand. So why am I, like, I just don't understand, like, what's the point of me going to a car salon? Are car dealerships called car salons in other countries? I've never heard of a dealership called a car salon. Now, maybe in the future you'll be able to add performance parts here or purchase performance parts here, or like what? But as of right now, it's just a dealership. Hey, you want to buy a brand new, car? Oh, it's only gonna cost me 72 grand. Oh, that's a steal. Oh, shoot. Purchase car, buy car. 207 grand. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's no good. And plus, some people are hopping in here and they're having like 15 frames per second too. So, still needs a little work. But I'm not sure what the plans are for this. If it's just this is dumb. You heard it here. Is IGN? Can IGN just take my review of the car salon? DieselDesigns gives it 1 out of 10 stars. If this is how it is, and this is all this is, if this is just like you going to buy a brand new car, and that's a wrap, then just take this garbage out of the game because it's unnecessary. But it could be completely different in the future. I don't know. but I don't know like what if this is like what we were all waiting for. I don't know. This is the most boring office ever. I wonder who is the lucky person who works here. Mr. Anderson. So, that's the car salon right now. There's no place for you to really do too much craziness, except for purchase cars that are brand new, shiny, and don't need anything done to them. If you don't feel like being a mechanic and you have 200 grand in your pocket. Alright, so let's return to the garage, and we'll head over to the racetrack. Now the racetrack is pretty nifty. Once again, I don't know the plans for it in the future. There's no like real ghost, like shadow racing. So you can see other people's times. There's no real multiplayer aspect to it. It's just a racetrack, and you go to see if you can beat your own personal time. Let me show you. The racetrack. She is ready, my friends. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee quick. Patron. Patron. Drinking and driving is not cool. I'm just saying. It's something race related either. Or tequila. All right. So accelerate to start and ready, set. And we all. Now, this game has always had trouble with steering. Oh god. Or just me having trouble with steering. Oh. Come on now. There we go. Alright, we got a tight turn. Drift. Nope, we're not. Alright, and we're coming up right here through the chicane. Chicaner's behavior. Slow down. Then we got a tight turn after it. Got a little bit of a time here. Do a little drifting action. And then we got a major drift turn. Oh, I almost landed. Almost went in the pits. Alright, can we get a respectable time? 225 miles an hour. We tuned it okay. Slow down. Oh god. Mistakes been made. Nailed it. Alright. One more lap. So it's not that it's that difficult. It's just, you gotta give it a little bit of a chance. You gotta keep on trying. Of course, each car is gonna handle a little differently compared to what kind of car you're driving. But it's actually pretty. I enjoy the racetrack. I enjoy the racetrack for what it is right now. I can see in future updates where there could be some sort of multiplayer. Of course. Oh god. Nailed it. Oh my goodness. Final drift turn. Oh, we almost had it. We almost had it. It's an art form, really. I'm stuck in first. I'm stuck in first. There we go. And we're not going to beat our first time, obviously. But not terrible. Nailed it. There we go. It's not that it's difficult, it's just it takes a little practice, like everything in life. It takes practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Take a couple laps, pay the taxi driver, you know what I'm saying? And practice. Also, lots of practice. So, it just takes a little time to get used to the track and also get used to the way that it steers. Because Car Mechanic Simulator has never been exactly the best driving game. But I can definitely see that there could be things that are added to make it more enjoyable. Just it's not in the game yet. But it is unlocked, so it's there. It's there for us to enjoy. Now, this is one of the story missions here. Someone sideswiped this car on the right hand side. I've already fixed up the parts. But I have a feeling that we're going to level up too after we replace the body parts. So, I'm just going to go ahead and replace the body parts while we have a little chat. So yeah, I do think that it is going to be something that is expounded upon in the future. Just as of right now, it's unlocked for everyone to kind of check your times and see what's up, you know? It's nothing crazy. It's nothing too off the wall. Some people are a little bummed out about it. But hey, I'm not bummed out about it. I look at it for what it could be in the future. And of course, I mean, you take a brand new car that you just did something to, take it out on the course, and at least you have a course instead of just like, hey, go around this turn. Hey, look, there's suspension things here. You know, you can test it and see how fast it actually goes. There's straightaways, there's turns. You know, typical stuff, you know. But it's in the game. It's a lot better than the drag strip that it used to have. The drag strip was just terrible in 2015. I hated it. Like, that's the reason why I never did anything on every time that I tried to do it, it was just a nightmare because it just wouldn't shift correctly. Or I was just terrible at doing what I needed to do. Hold on here. Car stated. Fantastic. 7,000? Boom. Oh, shoot. So close to that level. Alright, let's sell our junk. We got a lot of junk in our trunk. Sell all. And Olsen Grand Club. Hello. Hello. It's me again. I don't know, because there's because it's a Polish company, Playway and Red Dot. I don't know why I think that Polish people sound like Russians. I don't know what it is. But I always talk in kind of like a Russian accent. Hello, it's me again. It seems that this trip was a little too much for me, not to mention my car that lost a little weight. I talked with some people from the Salon and learned a bit. Please do what you can so I can drive my car again. By the way, as they said at... What the hell? Please drive my car... Don't make me. As I said at the Salon, it's all because I had the wrong tires, so please mount some off-road tires. In 2 weeks, I'm driving through Siberia. Ah! So I'm not too far off. Okay. Okay. I'm traveling through Siberia. In the Mercedes... what looks like a Mercedes SUV. So what your problem is? Oh my goodness. So you need new tires. You want off-road tires on the 2. You're a mess. So, we got these 2 rides. They're going to have to stay here. And if not, you know, we can always just get rid of them. If I want to sell this right now, what can I sell this for? $31,109. How about you? And I purchased these cars for like 20 grand-ish, 22. So, it's still a profit. But, as of right now, you can't drive them. So, it's kind of makes me sad. It does. It makes me a little sad. But 18 grand? Nah, I spent too much. I spent too much on you to not soup you up and make you all kinds of pretty, like both of you. But this needs to get worked on. It does. Both of them do. Good job there, Smash Mouth and Gollywog. Links for them will be in the description down below. It will be their Steam links. So that way you can take a look at the people who are commenting and judge for yourself whether or not you feel like you want to add this to your game. It can crash your game, and of course, as you saw, you can take these over to the test track and the car track. And just a little heads up, it could be a bit of a problem for you. So, food for thought. Food for thought. But that's gonna be our episode for today, man. Getting back into it. My throat is getting a little bit better. It's feeling kind of okay. Strengthening it up, getting ready for the winter months. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's August. But Yeah, so it's feeling a lot better, but at the same time, gotta just, you know, keep everything nice, keep everything high and tight. Gotta keep everything high and tight. I like these mirrors. I like how it looks, and I like the libraries. I'm working on more custom libraries. I'm trying. It's a rough one. It's a hard one, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But folks, if you enjoyed this video, by all means, hit that like button. Helps out my channel ever so much more than you know. And if you like it a whole lot, go ahead, hit subscribe. New videos coming out every single day, every single week, folks. Have a great day, afternoon, evening, a good night. Peace out, like, shout, y'all. Ooh, upgrade cost. Can't do anything with it. Fantastic. Everyone, peace out, like, shout, y'all, and I will check you out right here again in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, baby. Next time. It's so pretty. I want to drive you. Why can I not drive you? Why?